Hello and welcome to a special episode of Subfacts. In this episode, we're calling our recasting episodes because a lot of times on our regular podcast, we like to recast movies that we grew up with.
Absolutely.
And
or that some other people grew up with.
Exactly.
Like Grease. We didn't grow up. Well, we sort of grew up with that, but we were lit.
Sure.
I mean, we weren't.
Yeah. There's a lot of movies that in our world should never be touched. But sometimes producers do it anyway.
Yeah.
And so we figured we're going to give some help to those
Absolutely.
producers should they recast them. And so today's movie, we're going to do the recasting of Major League.
Major League. I mean, I still love this movie. Some people say it's not as good as it once was, but the 1989 Major League movie about the Cleveland Indians, it, for me, is one of the best out there. You talk about a sports movie. You talk about a comedy. You talk about like overcoming adversity as a team. You talk about a summer movie. You talk about like if you're between the ages of like 15 and 25, like you go see this movie and you're like rooting for the Indians like out of nowhere. By the way, this movie made the Indians one of the most popular franchises in baseball for like 10 to 15 years. People would wear Indians gear, buy like Indians jerseys, Indians hats. So yeah, this movie like transformed the Indians. And I think it made sports movies like a leg up. They had like a higher notch they had to meet if they wanted to be a good sports movie.
So the first recasting is the name. It's no longer the Cleveland Indians, but the Cleveland Guardians.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
and
that's
it launched,
right.
and it kind of
call.
launched the careers of several young actors, I think.
That's an excellent point.
So
yeah, absolutely. Charlie Sheen. Well, Tom Berenger was at me, but it kept him alive, if you will.
Yes.
What do you call it? Wesley Snipes.
Yep. Absolutely. We should introduce the voice in the room because folks,
the voice in the room.
If you've looked at our channel and mainly only know us for our music reactions, you really only see Mooney and I. Our producer Brian is the voice in the room,
right? Yeah.
And so Brian is part of our regular podcast.
He absolutely is.
So if you're familiar with that, you already know Brian. But for those who are new, that's Brian.
Hey guys.
Hi Brian.
Hello everybody.
Hello Brian.
So he participates in these with us, folks.
Sweet.
We're just the face.
All right.
And so I think Mooney's going to go first.
I'm going to kick it off.
But Brian,
so
who's
I've
the
got it up
first
on the screen
person
here. The first person we're going to do is Eddie Harris. He is the veteran pitcher of the team. And this is who he was played by. He was played by Chelsea Ross, who's the original actor.
This guy's a solid, by the way, solid actor. He's also in one of my favorite movies.
Hoosiers, right?
Hoosiers, but it's the Last Boy Scout. He's the presidential character in the movie.
Dude, Chelsea Ross is solid.
Yeah,
good,
he is.
Good dude.
Yep.
Okay, you're going to go first?
Okay, I'm going to go
you,
first.
then me, then Brian.
Okay, well, the reason I chose my guy is there's a lot of... Chelsea Ross in this movie, or Harris in this movie, is funny. Right. There's a lot of scenes where he makes like the veteran old guy pitcher comments to the young guys. And he says a lot of things in the locker room. So the reason I went with this dude is because he is funny and he does bit commercials and a little bit of acting. But this would be his first major premiere movie, Peyton Manning.
Wow.
I could totally see him being a pitcher. I could see him being the old guy in the locker room, saying stuff like, oh, I got it, I'm using Vagisil and like whatever. Yeah. And like, I don't have an arm like yours, kid. I got to put it,
We're not even on the same like planet on these.
Okay.
I thought sometimes we overlap and that's always boring.
Yeah,
I'm
not even close to this.
I think he would be good.
I went a much more traditional route. But okay, Matt, who do you have?
I would say Brian and I are usually closer on these. I'm not going to argue that because I do think Peyton Manning as an actor probably could pull it off. My Eddie Harris is no other than Kenny Powers himself, Danny McBride.
Ooh.
Danny McBride would be awesome because he's older. He could fat with the mullet. If he did the exact same Kenny Powers almost.
But see, I think having Kenny Powers in this movie is. I don't think you can have him in this movie.
He's far enough removed, I think, to where he could get away with it. where he's not exactly Kenny Powers, but if he kind of played it like
Maybe.
Chelsea Ross.
Oh,
I wouldn't cast him.
I'd have to see his casting, like how well he did on the casting call. Like,
Really, I think he makes me laugh anyway.
He does make me laugh, but I don't see him in that.
So
in that light.
I picked
who'd
Bill
you go
Hader.
with? Ooh, Bill
'Cause he's
Hader's
tall,
a good one.
He can play an older. He's the right age. He's definitely the goofy.
You know what? I like that. I say we pencil Bill Hader in.
Yeah,
I like Peyton
Hader.
Manning, but Bill Hader is a great call. I love that call.
Yeah, I think Bill Hader wins that one because
yeah, I think that's a hands down, and I can picture him doing it.
Yeah, 100%. Bill Hader.
All right. The next character is Harry Doyle. Harry Doyle was the announcer in the movie, previously played by what's his name? Bob Uecker.
Bob Uecker.
Yeah. The Uke.
One of my favorite characters in the movie. I went a little. Oh man, I went a little. What is the word? Like Homerish here, because I really like this guy, and I think he can nail the role. Adam Sandler.
That's definitely a strong pick. I do not. I have nothing against that.
I think I have I had to call an audible because I originally, and I will say my original one.
My original was Will Ferrell. I audible to Adam Sandler.
My original was Rob Schneider, and I mentioned that on the show like a couple weeks ago because he did the whole fumble Ruski, fumble. Yeah. Like I figured that could be a thing, but then I thought about it. Rob Riggle.
Rob Riggle's good.
I had Rob Riggle. I switched it to Sandler.
I think Rob Riggle would be hilarious.
I switched Riggle to Sandler, so I'm happy you said that.
I picked Tim Allen.
You lost.
Right,
Tim Allen.
I'll go.
Tim Allen would be solid. I actually think Tim Allen is better than Sandler.
I got to go with Rob Riggle.
I think Riggle wins.
Excellent choice.
I think
I had Riggle originally. I'm happy you picked him because I don't like when we overlap. Riggle is definitely a good choice.
That's a great choice.
Man, we have an all-star
Riggle's face just makes me laugh.
Of course,
he would play it so
Dude,
well.
By the way, they got to make this movie
so
they should. So far, Hollywood, you're all striking. This is what you need.
This is amazing.
We're doing this for free, folks.
So the next character is Suzanne Dorn. She's the wife of Roger Dorn, who we're going to cast later. But she has a pretty prominent role in the movie. So
she bangs everybody.
No, she just
no. She's the wife, and she's like the good wife.
But she gets mad at her husband.
What happens is there's a scene where she catches her husband canoodling with another woman, so she needs a revenge.
Oh, hey, sometimes you got to do that.
She was originally played by Stacey Carroll. I don't know who that is, but
she's hot.
She was in a lot of stuff
in
the 80s and 90s, but
okay.
So Mooney, who do you got?
You knew I was going to go Asian sensation. I originally had Cindy Starfall, but she's not like the actress for this role, so I went with Constance Wu.
Oh,
that's
I love the Wooster.
Choice.
Don't think I doesn't. Don't.
And by the way, she can play that little bit of when she already did the movie.
She can
with Jennifer Lopez, the Hustlers movie, whatever that was called.
That's not a bad
choice at all.
All right.
I went with maybe a little older, but still very hot and can pull it off. Is Jennifer Aniston?
Ooh,
because that, or like a Roger Dorn, I think that could actually.
That is a great choice.
Jennifer Aniston can still pull things off.
I kind of like
a great
that
choice.
choice.
I would be her revenge person
mine is,
any day.
Alison Brie.
Ooh, I do like Alison Brie. We are owning this, dude. Hollywood, you don't need AI, you need us.
Oh man! Although I'd love to put Constance Wu in there, I think your choice is better.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh,
so we're going Jennifer Aniston.
It's up to you, Brian. I like Alison Brie too.
If it's two against one,
I'm okay with. I like Jennifer. I think all three of these choices are solid.
All right, Aniston it is.
We love Alison Brie as well, and Constance Wu for that matter.
Aniston's she looks a little bit like the original. Perfect.
All right.
She's good.
So I like it. So
this is high. By the way,
I usually fail these things, folks.
I don't know, man. You
came
to the table.
No,
I don't know.
Guys clown me on so many other ones that we've done.
All right. So the next character is Lynn Wells. Lynn Wells was Jake Taylor, the main character's ex. I guess ex.
Jake Taylor.
By the way, I am not coming off this one.
Jake Taylor was Tom Berenger.
I am not coming off this one. I refuse. Rose Byrne.
I do like Rose Byrne.
Rose Byrne would be outstanding.
And Rene Russo played her in the real movie. I do like Rose Byrne, but let's see what
Rose Byrne. I don't like her that much.
What?
How do you not like Rose Byrne? Everybody likes Rose Byrne.
I don't know. She tries to do comedy, and it's just not like.
Her comedy doesn't pan out.
I understand, but she's not a comedy role in this movie. She's like the librarian. Remember, Lynn Wells is the librarian.
Let's hear Matt's. I'm okay with it. Okay. I'm okay with it.
Just because I have a thing for her, I'm going Jennifer Lawrence.
No.
J-Law.
No way.
In
I'm just saying, I'm fine with continuing to Rose Byrne, depending on.
I want to see what Brian says. I'm not. J-Law is a terrible choice.
I like J-Law.
Your other three were amazing.
I had
J-Law.
Oh shoot! I closed my thing. Hold on. Sorry, everybody. You're going to
J-Law,
see how
if you're
the
watching,
sauce
I still
is
love
made
you.
here for a second.
She's hot, but she's not the person for the role.
Oh, look at you! Like we're seeing behind the curtain.
I had Blake Lively.
Oh,
I like her too.
I like her too, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm Team Rose Byrne.
Rose Byrne, boom!
I can't believe it.
Yeah, I like Rose Byrne.
Yes,
I don't like a lot.
Remember, she's a librarian. She's not like she's very straight laced. She's like married. She's about to marry like this complete accounting nerd dude.
Yeah, like I don't like Seth Rogen necessarily when she does stuff with him, but I do like her.
The next, this one I think I've got in the bag. We'll see. The next one is.
I think we're gonna have the same person.
The next one is Rachel Phelps. She was the team owner. So.
I feel bad. We all may have the same one, and I'm going first.
She wanted the team to tank so she could kind of sell it and move to Florida.
I love my pick, but again, I think everyone loves their pick here. We may all have the same one.
I think we all have the same person.
Jane Seymour.
Oh, not even close.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine's not anywhere close though.
I do love me some Jane Seymour, but
Jane Seymour has
she's too old
face,
though.
Like that
she's like way
face.
Too old.
She is.
What?
She's way too old now.
But isn't the team owner? Oh, that's right. She's a little old.
A little long in the tooth.
If this was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, but she's the owner of the team. Most owners of the team are old.
I mean, this owner I think is supposed to be late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah.
All right.
So
all right, I lose that one.
I'm going straight typecasting with mine.
Who?
And it's Hannah Waddingham from Ted Lasso. She's the lady who owns.
Why can't she?
Because she's the owner.
She's fantastic.
It is typecast, but what do you mean?
She's hot. She's fantastic as an owner. She fits every piece of that role.
She could easily play the mean face.
So here's mine.
Yes.
Sarah Silverman.
Oh,
what?
I do love me some Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman?
I don't see Sarah Silverman.
She can play the sarcastic, mean, jokey owner.
But can she play a sophisticated hottie?
Look at that. I mean, that's her in 2023.
Probably could. I do like Sarah Silverman, but
I'll let you guys duke it out because mine's too old.
Well, you got to be deciding because I don't think you could put.
I mean, Hannah, she plays the same character sort of in the first season of Ted Lasso. We can't keep taking the same characters and putting them in just this another movie.
He does make a good point.
Okay.
I really don't like Sarah. I don't like any of our.
I like Sarah Silverman, so I'm not.
Can we think of a better one?
So the other one I had was Lady Gaga. What's her name?
Lady Gaga would be good. Stephanie Germanotta, as they say.
Lady Gaga would. Why don't we put her in?
Yeah, let's do her because I think Lady Gaga would be awesome.
Lady Gaga is great.
She's not old enough, but she could do it.
They can make her look older.
I think she's great in anything she does, acting wise.
No, Lady Gaga would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would be great.
Yeah, I think she's got that look.
And we got the
budget. She absolutely has that look.
We got the budget for it. Why not?
And by the way, we haven't used her.
You got a thing for her nose. So
you know what? We haven't used her. I think she would be good.
Yeah, A Star Is Born.
Good call. That's an audible and a half.
The next character is Lou Brown. He was the manager of the team. He worked at an auto parts store, I
See?
think a tire store at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, something like
Here's my problem. Now we can't use my Lou Brown because we already have him in the movie. He can't play two roles. I had Rob Riggle as Lou Brown.
You're gonna love
Oh.
my Lou Brown.
I have a Lou Brown that you might like.
But we can't use him because Rob Riggles is already the announcer.
Well,
He's Bob
I
Uecker,
think-
so he's perfect.
Well, why don't you just switch your announcer? You were going to put.
I think you're gonna like. I think you're gonna
it's
like
similar.
my.
You might like mine. You might.
No,
like
I
mine.
want to hear yours.
Okay, you can be the. How about that? You be the deciding factor.
I would have had Wilford Brimley if he was still alive.
If you say anybody else other than mine, it's gonna be automatic for mine. I'm just telling you.
Michael
No.
Keaton. Mr. Mom, like go gung ho, because he worked at a tire. He worked in a car shop. You know, Michael Keaton can
Michael
pull that
Keaton
role.
is a good one.
He's old. He can pull
So,
off crotchety. He
That's
can
Michael
do all
Keaton.
of that.
Producer Brian selected Mr. Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
We know.
Yes.
We know Stallone can do anything, right? But does
He's a little old for it.
But does he scream baseball?
He can actually.
And he's, oh, by the way, if you want to say old, Stallone is 70, late 70s. Lou Brown is like 50.
No, I'm saying, like, and trust me, Stallone, we know, can do anything.
Anything.
And I would be 100% happy with
I
Stallone in
can't
any role.
believe you're
but
saying no.
He doesn't
This is-
scream baseball.
I
to me.
can't believe he was. Oh my God.
You be
He's
the-
done soccer.
That's
he
true.
can do
He can do
anything.
anything.
Well, we got to put Stallone in there.
I think Michael
Michael Keaton would be solid.
though.
I agree. That's a great choice. But how can you not put
You're
Sylvester
gonna-
Stallone
know
in your
what it is,
movie?
though?
You're going to sub Keaton for Stallone?
How can you
No,
guys
but
not
here's the
put
thing.
Sylvester Stallone in your
Know
movie?
what happened?
I'm
here?
voting for Stallone, Brian.
No,
Are
no.
you kidding?
Do you want to know what Brian did to us? I just want you to know this. Brian probably didn't have a pick, and he just figured Stallone would Stallone could have fit in any one of these roles.
I did have a
and
pick.
we
I
were
made
gonna
this-
go.
I
You know, you're right.
prepared this slideshow.
He had nobody else. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
He had nobody else, and he just said Stallone.
The other guy I was thinking of was.
'Cause he
Well,
knew-
it's my
he
well,
know-
I'm the
he-
deciding vote. It's Stallone.
I'm not arguing because how do you argue against Stallone? You don't.
You don't.
But what I'm saying is, if you were to go based on the role, Keaton probably would have been better. But hey, Stallone
I
wins.
can't believe you
All
say
right.
Stallone.
I'm not-
is
I can't
not
argue
the
ever
best for
against
some
Stallone.
role. That's crazy to me, Matt. All right.
Dude, if you had Stallone as Rachel Phelps, we would have still voted for it.
All right. So next character is Roger Dorn. He was the third baseman. He was wanting to get a new contract, so he didn't want to hurt himself in the movie.
He was played
He
by
was played
Corbin
by
Bernsen.
Corbin Bernsen. Exactly.
All right. I at first I was giving this a lot of thought. I was like, man, who could I get? Like I scoured through names in my head. But today one came up to me and I thought he would actually be good. And that's Mark Wahlberg. He's very
small.
athletic.
He's also
but
tiny.
yeah.
Is he that tiny?
He is tiny, but he's athletic to your point.
I mean, but you can be tiny and play baseball.
He's also not a pretty boy.
I mean, Altuve's tiny and he plays baseball.
Wahlberg's not a pretty boy. I think that's his
Yeah.
thing, though. He's got more of a manlier look.
He could,
Yeah, if you remember, like,
maybe so.
In the movie, he was like bougie and stuff.
All right.
If anything, he'd be a coach.
Yeah.
He'd be a good coach.
He would have been good manager.
Be a good
yeah.
be Lou Brown.
So I was going like more pretty boy once again.
He
not
could be a good
Lou.
Lou Brown. We might have to
He
put
could be
Mark Wahlberg as Lou
over
Brown.
Stallone.
No, not over Stallone.
That's what I'm saying. So I was thinking once again, you have to go pretty boy and you have to go age range.
Yeah.
I was really trying to stick with the age of what you could pull off, and I think Zac Efron would be. He's got to build enough to where he could
He
play.
could easily do it.
He could
I-
play
I
the
don't-
role. I don't even like Zac Efron that much,
But you
he's-
know what? Zac Efron, but he's not old enough.
He can
He's
play-
definitely not old
Sure
enough.
he
I think he is.
No,
He's
he's
40s.
not.
What's
He's probably his
Yeah.
40.
Yeah, he's in
Is
his
he?
Yeah, he's in his 40s.
What?
Yes, we're old. He grew
Zac
up.
Efron is in his 40s?
He grew up on us.
Is 35.
35.
So not.
No.
Corbin
He's way
Bernsen-
too young.
No, Corbin. What was?
Corbin Bernsen was 45 when he did that.
No, he wasn't.
Absolutely.
He was in his
No.
40s. So
No, but in the movie.
I have it right here.
Okay, what's the lifespan of a baseball player? You should know this.
He was 45 when he did
all
it.
right.
What's
so
the
wait.
average age of a
Here's
baseball
mine.
player?
Let me put mine out there.
A guy like him, late 30s, early 40s. There's plenty of guys that are in the baseball.
So you can
that
tell
are
me
late
Zac
30s.
Efron being 35 couldn't be the Corbin?
No, he can't play
think he
that
could.
character because he's too young. Dorn is at the end of his career and he's got knee problems.
Well, who's to say that Zac
No,
Efron
Dorn doesn't have knee
problems?
problems. You're thinking of Jake Taylor.
You're thinking of Berenger.
No, I'm what I'm saying. Dorn is at the end of his career.
Dorn's looking for
the end of
his
his
last
contract.
His last big.
He was
big
looking
contract.
for a new
No.
contract.
He doesn't want to mess up his face because he's a career in acting after baseball. So he doesn't. He's at the end of his.
Efron could pull that off.
All right,
but anyway.
So here's my choice.
Yeah.
Chris Evans. He could absolutely play it. He's athletic. He looks good.
I
know you
Chris
do,
Evans.
but think about it. The Dorn role character is kind of.
I hate Chris Evans too. Looks like Zac Efron might be winning that one.
I'm not choosing any. I mean, we'd have to go back to the drawing board. Chris Evans sucks. I hate his face. I hate him. Like, I can't.
Okay, here's another one that I did hear.
He did some okay movies,
how
but
about Chris Pratt?
No.
Chris Pratt's absolutely good, but I have
Me
Chris
too.
Pratt for something else.
Oh, well then there goes that.
Well, okay, we'll go back. We're going to come back.
We'll come back to it. We'll put
Just
a pin
in
in
case
this.
Chris Pratt. If Chris Pratt doesn't get
I
chosen
think
for the
you should-
other one,
you should
then
pen-
we could put Chris Pratt in here.
You should pen Zac Efron in the meantime.
God.
Okay, I will because I think that's the only other choice we got.
Yeah, Zac
Yeah,
Efron's
I don't like that
terrible.
choice. That's a.
I don't. It's
It
a
is what
terrible
I'm not
choice.
a fan. I'm not dying
It's
on
a
the hill
terrible
for
choice.
it.
We might need to put.
I'm
Chris
just saying
Pratt
if it's
in
the
there.
best
Yeah.
that we can do.
All right, so we can't put Chris Pratt there. So
We started off really good. Now we're getting
Pedro
crappy.
Serrano. He was the huge, heavy,
F.U.
hitter,
the big hitter, yeah,
home
the
run
guy,
hitter.
You know,
yeah.
big heavy guy with Joe.
they need to get him a live
Right.
chicken and sacrifice. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
he was
guy's
he was
awesome.
into voodoo,
So played by Dennis.
Yeah, he's got Jobu in his locker.
but he was kind of like he always came off like an angry, like mean.
No, he was a nice guy, man.
he was a nice guy. But what I'm saying is his demeanor was
his
like,
demeanor, but then when you got to know him, he was fine.
Yeah, but the
He
overall demeanor
Yeah.
is scary at first.
Just don't take Jobu's
And
run.
he was
You're
played
good.
by
Exactly.
famously by Dennis Haysbert.
Yes,
Yes.
It's hard to beat that.
Okay.
I have Donald Glover.
I
I had a hard time with this
I
one
don't-
because he's
About him?
He's small. He's
too
way
small.
small.
He's a small
Is he
dude.
really?
That's
Yeah.
why I didn't pick him. I had him on my list, but I didn't
Donald
pick him because he's
Glover
small.
is.
How short is he?
Uh,
Perfect age, perfect
yeah.
look.
Height. Let me look. Hold on. Height.
He's the perfect age and look.
He's 5'9".
He's 5'9".
He's way too
Oh,
small.
he's
Yeah.
way too short.
Okay, ready for mine?
God, shoot. Go ahead.
O'Shea Jackson Jr.
I had him too. He was on my list, but he's
I-
short too.
That's Ice Cube's son. He's got the snarl. You know how he's got Ice
but
Cube has
he's
that.
short too.
How short is he?
Height.
He's got the snarl that could make.
He's
'cause you know
5'11".
Ice Cube has that look.
He's 5'11".
He's taller than Glover.
I don't hate that, but I think you'll like mine. So consider mine.
right.
Winston Duke. He was the big guy in the Black Panther movies. The huge guy.
I can't argue
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I
I
can't
like
argue
that. I didn't even know about him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't
He's
argue
like
that.
6.
you might have to lose a little muscle and weight.
You know,
but
I'm not gonna lie. You know the dude who's in the famous like the naked black dude with the big schmeckle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That you always see
Win-
where he's like that. I almost thought of that guy, but I'm like I don't know his name.
yeah.
Winston Duke
he's
is
perfect.
6'5".
6'5". Yeah,
Yeah, Winston
He's-
Duke. Dude.
Yeah.
that's
he's-
an easy
he's big.
win.
He's a
yeah,
big
Winston Duke.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
All right, love it.
All right, next character, Willie Mays
Willie
Hayes.
Mays Hayes.
Played center field.
Willie Mays Hayes.
The Wesley
Wesley
Snipes
Snipes.
character.
I think this might be a winner. Tyler James Williams.
Tyler James.
DJW? I have no idea who that is. I'm just
Tyler James Williams. This guy, for me, he looks like a Willie Mays Hayes.
Yeah, actually, I think that's good.
he does. He looks like he could be related.
And he's
to
got
Wesley
the
Snipes.
comedy face. He looks like he could come in and
Oh, everybody knows Chris.
Yeah.
Everybody hates Chris. I know that
Absolutely,
dude.
he could absolutely
Right.
play it.
right, hit like
Yeah,
Mays,
yeah,
run like
100%.
Mays. You could easily
Solid.
see him, and he's
Yeah.
got the
Solid
body
choice.
for it.
Okay. My choice is Gata.
Who's that?
Gata, the guy
I don't know
from
him.
Dave. Gata's funny as anything, but Gata.
Gata. Rapper?
He's a rapper, but he's a good actor. He's actually a great
I don't
actor
know.
from Dave.
I don't like his face look.
Okay, I'm just saying. I think
He
Gata
might
would
be.
Gata would be
So I
hilarious.
picked the kid from Stranger Things who's grown up, Caleb McLaughlin. He's like
that's
6
a
foot.
decent one.
He's pretty.
He's good, but I'm anti Stranger Things people at this point.
I like Mooney's pick.
I'm like Mooney's guy. If it's not going to be Gata, I'm going to
I
go
get
Mooney.
my second one.
All right.
And I think it ends there, folks.
Oh, Ricky Vaughn. I think we all die on
Ricky
this
Vaughn.
one.
This was really hard.
No,
This
I'm
was
not
really
dying
hard.
on my hill for
You're
Ricky
gonna.
Vaughn.
You're gonna. No, I'm saying we all die because we all have bad. We
so
might go. Have to go. We all
this
might
is
fail on this one.
My
Charlie
guy's a
Sheen
little
played this
older.
role originally.
Yeah, but no one can play it like
So
him.
the original role was kind of like a tough guy who was in prison, but he was
California
also
penal.
Yeah, but he was a good dude, tough guy, rough around the edges.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
His eyesight wasn't the best, and then he got his eyesight back. Became a good
his
pitcher.
nickname was Wild Thing, so it was like everybody could get behind him. So he's charismatic from that perspective.
But age-wise, they'd have to make him look a little younger, I think. But I got Channing Tatum.
No, there's no way.
There's no way.
Channing Tatum's too
God,
preppy,
old.
clean cut.
I know.
He's too preppy, clean cut.
I couldn't
too.
think of anything.
You're
But
gonna
when he was
hate,
When he was younger, he would have been
younger,
good.
He wasn't.
But
you're gonna hate mine. You're gonna
All
hate
right,
it.
who is it?
MGK, Machine Gun Kelly.
No.
He has the tats.
No.
He's got the
he's
full
not.
on.
No.
absolutely not.
Yes,
No.
No.
Oh God,
he
no.
could totally.
Oh, stop! He don't even look like a
No.
pitcher. The guy doesn't even look like
No,
he can
yeah.
play cricket,
No.
much less
He's
baseball.
no, but he's tall. He definitely can pull off
No.
the wild,
No. No.
character.
Oh God,
no.
no! No
So-
one would see it if we
I
put him
told
in the
you
movie.
I'm just saying you don't like him. He's actually
No
good.
one would put him
He's
in the
actually
movie.
a good
Rudy
actor.
Pankow. He was in.
No one knows who that is.
He was in the.
Stranger Things again.
What's the
Strange.
I know.
The Outer Banks on Netflix?
No one watched it.
I kind of like his look. I mean,
he's athletic. He's young. He's the right age. The right height.
Clean
Tough
cut
guy.
too. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
He
so
looks
was Charlie
clean cut.
Sheen until they
We
dirtied
all
him
had
up
a
for the
bad-
movie. Machine Gun Kelly's absolutely wrong.
Yeah, that's the thing. Charlie Sheen was more clean cut when he
Machine Gun Kelly's just
when he did it.
no.
MGK. He's a straight dirt.
No.
No way. He's not. He is not.
I don't
in
love
that
any of
movie.
He's from Cleveland
I
too,
don't
by
love
the
any of
way.
our-
He's literally a
I do not
Cleveland
love
boy.
any of our picks, but I like mine the best of the three.
Folks, you guys can write in, by the way. We never mentioned
Machine
that.
Gun
Mooney, who
Kelly
you
is
taking?
not
But-
going.
Please leave comments on what you think.
I think Channing Tatum can do it better than both of those guys. In his day, Tatum was
is too old
the bad
for this.
boy.
This is like a young 22-year-old or 23-year-old.
Yeah.
He wasn't young.
He
I don't think
was.
Are you
He
gonna do
was
like
like
the
23
Indiana
in the
Jones
movie.
thing where you like make him younger? But Harrison Ford is
CGI.
Wild Thing. Bring Charlie Sheen back.
CGI.
Does Charlie Sheen have any
CGI,
kids?
How old was he? All right, let's see.
Actors. Charlie Sheen was 24.
Are we talking about
Charlie Sheen was 24.
24. Yeah, he was a little young. Never
There's
mind.
no way Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum's like 45.
We're gonna have to go back to the drawing board, folks.
I think we put in Rudy Pankow, but
Okay, we'll put in Rudy Pankow for now because I'm not going with the
Folks, you can write in. I think I need to be
No.
vindicated here.
no.
Dude, no one likes Machine Gun Kelly. You're the only person who even likes him as a human.
He's a good actor.
In what?
no.
That show Roadies, he was awesome in that show.
No.
He was also in the Tommy Lee. He played Tommy Lee in the Motley Crue show.
Well, I
movie.
guess we all know where we have
Yeah.
Chris Pratt now.
And it sounds
I
like we
don't.
already got
I don't have
a
I don't
majority.
have Chris Pratt.
So the
you guys
original
pick Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
character, Jake Taylor, he was the catcher. He was sort of the star of the movie. He was played famously by Tom Berenger. It was a great role. Who do you have, Moody?
I do not
He's-
have Chris Pratt.
You have Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I have Chris Pratt for this.
Chris
I
Pratt
mean,
was the first person I thought of
it-
for this.
Yeah, I mean he's
Really?
Yeah, because he's mid
he's
what,
early
late
40s,
30s, early 40s. He's early 40s. He's got that look. He can easily play the clubhouse guy, the guy he could get the girl at the end.
The guy's a little tired,
perfect.
has bad knees.
I didn't choose him.
Who did you choose?
Brett Goldstein.
Oh, stop. There's a winner.
Who?
Pratt's in. No problem.
Brett
Goldstein?
Yeah.
Oh, from no. Roy Kent.
Roy Kent. Dude.
By the way, that's your Ricky Vaughn there.
He's too.
Roy Kent is awesome.
Old.
Ricky Vaughn's he's too old for Ricky
Yes,
Vaughn.
no, played it
You
old.
gotta go Jamie Tart if you're doing Ricky. If you're doing
Jamie
Ricky
Tart
Vaughn.
would be a good actually.
Too old.
Jamie Tart would be a perfect Ricky Vaughn.
I almost had Jamie Tart in, but I also had Roy Kent, and I had.
How old is Roy Kent?
Roy Kent is in his 40s.
He's old enough to play the guy who's washed
Right.
up. He did it in Ted Lasso. He's awesome. Don't think he wasn't awesome.
So he played
No. Chris Pratt wins for the
but I like Jamie
that-
Tart for Roy Kent.
we may have found our Ricky Vaughn
actor.
Okay, Jamie Tart.
What? Phil Dunster is his name.
Jamie Tart. Jamie Tart.
Oh, he's perfect.
Yeah, 100%.
They could easily get him all roughed up.
He's
around
absolutely
I
perfect.
think Roy Kent still would have been awesome.
Phil Dunster.
No.
Tom Berenger. He played the role perfectly in Ted Lasso.
But he's Jake Taylor.
They're
is not
both British, so don't pull the whole. He's British.
I'm not saying he's British. He's not an dude. Jake Taylor is basically a happy-go-lucky guy at the end of his career, and he's beds a lot of women. He's in Mexico when he gets the call, and he goes, "At least you could have said you're from the Tigers or something."
I'm not saying he plays Roy.
I don't even know why we're arguing this.
I'm
Chris Pratt is
saying-
an infinitely better actor than
infinitely. And by the way, he's in the movie a ton. I mean, and you can't have an English accent. Chris Pratt may be English.
Just think of the scene where Berenger, where Jake Taylor goes to.
Like Rose Byrne's British, but she's not going to have a British accent.
Think of the scene where Jake Taylor goes to his ex-wife's place, and it turns out to be her new fiance's house, and he's all sarcastic and jokey in that role.
Yeah, and he's dressed in the suit.
Chris
somewhere.
Pratt
You
will be
think
perfect in that.
Roy Kent's gonna pull that off?
Roy Kent wore suits.
Chris
He could
Pratt
do
will be
it.
perfect in that.
No.
Hey, I already lost because it's 2 against 1. So I'm
Chris Pratt is perfect, and thanks to you, we do have a winning. What do you call it?
Phil Dunster, Ricky Vaughn.
All right, so here's our official Major League recasting. Eddie Harris, we have Bill Hader. Harry Doyle, we have Rob Riggle, which is great. That's awesome.
Perfect.
Suzanne Dorn, we've got Jennifer Aniston, another great one.
Love it.
Lynn Wells, I don't love it, but I'll take it. Rose Byrne.
We still
Rose
got
Byrne.
time.
What if we did Alison Brie for Lynn Wells? No, she's not right.
No, I like Rose Byrne better.
I just don't like Rose Byrne, but okay.
What makes you not like Rose Byrne?
How do you hate Rose Byrne? Nobody hates Rose
don't know.
Byrne.
I don't like her.
She's perfect in
Rachel
internships.
Phelps. We've got Stephanie Germanotta, a.k.a. Lady Gaga.
A.k.a. Lady Gaga.
For Lou Brown, we've got Sylvester Stallone.
Love
For
it.
Roger Dorn, we've got Zac Efron.
Cheated.
Although
I just want to know he cheated.
By the way, Keaton is a good choice.
I'm
not going to lie.
You in your heart of hearts know he cheated.
How did I cheat?
He did cheat. Keaton.
You didn't have anybody, and you knew the one person we weren't going to.
The other guy I had was what's.
You could have put him as Roy Kent, and we would have been like, okay, Stallone.
What's the one the guy that what's the actor's name? I can't remember his name now.
If it was like the Asian gardener guy, the
Asian gardener,
the Asian gardeners in the movie, and he said Stallone would be okay.
He was in 1883. It was Sam Elliott. So that was the other guy I was thinking of.
Ooh, Sam Elliott.
So I actually had Sam Elliott.
We're changing it. I'm making an executive decision.
You're going
Stallone
against
is
Stallone?
out.
Whoa. Really?
Stallone is out. Sam Elliott would be
that's who I had
perfect.
first, and then I changed it to Sylvester Stallone.
Sam Elliott's perfect. He cheated, number one, and we're not going to allow cheating in this episode.
way to backpedal, sir. You buckled like a belt.
I did. He's cheating, and Sam Elliott is perfect. I like Michael Keaton, but Sam Elliott's perfect.
In the interest of the Hollywood budget, as we should say.
Sam Elliott would be cheaper.
You take Sam Elliott over Stallone.
Because we got some big dollars in here. We had Zac Efron,
hitters.
Yeah,
Chris Pratt.
So
Rob
continuing
Riggle.
on, Roger Dorn, we have
Bill
Zac
Hader.
Efron, Pedro Serrano, we've got Winston Duke, Willie Mays Hayes, we've got
Love it. I actually love
Tyler
Winston
James
Duke.
Williams,
I think Phil Dunster would do
Ricky
it for
Vaughn,
scale.
we've got Phil Dunster, and Jake Taylor, we've got Chris Pratt.
This is award-winning. This is a $1 million summer movie.
Okay, folks. So if this is your first time, this is how it goes down. I think all of us can get behind this one. There are some times we've done this and some people get left in the dust. But this is how it goes down in Hollywood. If you're paying attention, you don't need AI or anything like that.
You
Just
don't.
come to us and we'll
By
cast
the way,
anything.
and the best is some of these actors are not even striking.
Yeah, I know. We'll cast anybody for you, and we'll do it at a lot cheaper price than somebody in Hollywood will. And you're going to want to reach out to Brian on this one. So make sure, folks, if you agree with us or disagree with us, please leave comments, hit the like button, subscribe button, hit the notification so you'll be aware when we do more. On this channel, you're going to see vlogs, you're going to see reaction videos.
All sorts of stuff.
You're not going to want to miss it. But once again, more importantly, check out the movie Major League. If you haven't seen it, go watch it and then come back and look at this and you'll go, hey, you guys made a good choice.
Yeah.
Good choices
You
here.
guys did it.
Or if we flopped majorly and you think Machine Gun Kelly should be in that role.
I knew you were going to say it. I knew you were going to press.
Let us know. But once again, more importantly, just leave comments, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And we will see you next time. Thank you for joining us on This Time.
Yep.